Hello and welcome to my video essay about the hit 1990 film Shakma. For the scene observation, I chose the ending. I chose it for a couple reasons. My favorite animals are monkeys, and I had a lot of stuff to do set dressing with for this. It's like a really it's I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's a bad horror movie about monkeys, and I love horror movies and I love monkeys, so it's perfect. And I probably classify it as like a creature feature, which are my favorite kinds of movies. Also, it's not actually a monkey, it's an ape, but I'm gonna call it a monkey the whole time. Fun fact, it's actually the same monkey actor that is briefly featured in The Fly and is held by Jeff Goldblum. And it has more acting credits than some of the people in this movie. The monkey's name is Typhoon. I found out about this movie from a video essay that I watched a while ago about like practical effects and stuff, and it was talking about like using live animals in horror. I found it really interesting because the horror of the scenes in this movie are like actually real for the actors because they're interacting with a real monkey, and even if it isn't one that's like actually trying to kill you, you never know if it could like get spooked and then actually come after you. For this project, I rewatched like the whole movie. I watched it with a group of my friends, and it's probably how the movie's supposed to be watched because it's a very poorly acted, low budget horror movie from the 90s that nobody's ever heard of. My memory of like the first watch of the final scene was first the like really creepy way that the main character guy keeps like staring into the camera. The one scene where he's like leading Shakma, which is the name of the monkey by the way, into like his trap that he's made is like really scary. And I remember being more scared of the main character guy than the actual like monkey that's trying to kill him. The second thing I remembered was after he killed Shakma and he's looking at like the burning body, I thought the colors, like the red and the orange contrast to the blues in the background were cool. And there's a lot of blue in the whole movie, so I thought it was cool that it ended with like him being cast in orange because he killed that guy. He's not blue anymore. He's evil. He's red. The last thing I remembered was him like walking down the hallway at the end. It's a callback to like an establishing shot from earlier in the film when they were just playing Dungeons and Dragons and LARPing instead of being killed by a slightly evil monkey. On the second rewatch, there was like around 17 shots. The camera moves with like the characters in some of the longer ones. The first shot, when the main character guy like rounds the corner, it follows him like a little bit. It like moves back with him as he gets to like the doorway, and then whenever he walks back into the room in the later part of that shot, it follows him back in a little bit. It also happens with Shakma whenever the monkey is like running into the room. It follows the camera movement follows the monkey as it moves, but it's faster because the monkey's faster and the guy's bleeding out, so he's slow. There's a lot of close-ups and wide shots, and like that's kind of it. The characters move, like I said before. The main character guy, he walks out of the room, walks back into the room, kills the monkey, walks back out of the room. Really long time down the hallway. He's taking his time. And same thing with Shakma for counting him as a character. He walks into the room and he dies. So he moved a little bit. Color wise, like the colors that stood out to me, like I said a little bit earlier, was like it was really blue for a lot of the movie. Like everybody was wearing blue and the color grading and stuff was blue, which I like to think was on purpose, but it could also very well have been a result of the low budget and color grading to make it look like it was dark when it was very clearly well lit so that they could get the shots. But I'm going to say it was on purpose because everybody was wearing blue earlier and the background is very blue. And then, like I said earlier, with like the orange on his face after he kills the monkey and he's again staring very creepily into the distance. I like how the orange emphasized like the impact of the scene of him like killing the monkey, because that was like his whole deal earlier in the movie, was like not killing the monkey because the monkey was his friend and he likes animals. It's a really slow paced scene. There's not really a lot of shots, and the ones that are there are like really long shots that are like cut in between, except for when he's killing the monkey because that's faster paced. It's very slow. One of my friends even complained about how slow the like last scene when he's walking in the hallway is, and they were kind of done with the movie at that point, but I was having fun, so it's fine. Other notes that I had about it that are not really cinematography related, but I just wanted to rant about, I guess, was I like that nobody lived in the end, because I kind of hate the final girl trope, especially when it doesn't feel like it's needed. So I'm glad that everybody died. And I think it was a good ending for the character. It made sense storytelling wise because he had inadvertently caused the whole thing, which led to his career falling apart and all of his friends dying and his girlfriend dying because of his attempt to do like the right thing, trying not to kill the monkey at the beginning of the movie. So I think it's a good ending for the character, that he had nothing left to live for and he felt guilty over the whole thing. An open-ended ending where like he just like gets saved by the police or something, and we never figure out what happened to him after he destroyed his entire existence. I think I would have hated that, and I wouldn't have liked the movie. I did like this movie, by the way. I think it's pretty good, and some of the people that I watched it with said it was better than The Godfather, and I'm gonna believe them because I've never seen The Godfather, and I've seen Shakma, and it was entertaining. I had a really fun time with it. Third watch, whenever I watched it without sound, I focused a lot more on like the colors, and I paid more attention to like the facial features of the actor. Oh, also without the music, it makes the monkey seem a lot less scary. It once again makes it seem like the main character is a lot scarier. Like the humans are the villains instead of the monkey, even though it's definitely not the point of the movie. It might be the point of the movie. But, and like I said, it made me pay more attention to the actor's performance via his, like, facial expressions and body language. And last but not least, I think the scene is impactful visually because of how much scarier the person is rather than the creature that's featured in this creature feature. I thought the main actor was a lot more intimidating and eerie, like more so than Shakma, who was like actually after him, because he's literally just like staring down this monkey and like really creepily staring into the camera and smiling, and it was really weird and I didn't like it. But I thought it looked good. Also, sorry for the quality of the video. It was a Spanish dub that I pirated. Goodbye.